Who buying your albums, Khia?
Everybody buying them, bitch. Everybody.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to News in the City, where we get down to the nitty gritty. Before I get into my video, please be sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I'm dropping and making more content for you all. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into the video. So, have y'all ever wondered what happened to Khia, Thug Mrs. Shamone Finch? Have y'all ever wondered, like, Khia was the city girls and the breakout star of Miami around the 1990s. She was that raunchy, you know, I'm gonna talk about fucking on your nigga, I'm gonna talk about all of these things and I'm gonna make it sound good. There was always raunchy rap and hip hop, but Khia came through and added a hood aspect to it. She wasn't trying to be sexy, she wasn't trying to be anything, she just wanted to be hood, authentic, and her true self. That's where, you know, that rawness came out of her at the time. A lot of people wonder how this hip-hop superstar who had a charting single, My Neck, My Back, that debuted on, you know, number 46, how does this artist have such a huge downfall? How does this artist that, you know, had so much potential to be so bigger than what she is today, how does that happen? How do you go from zero, from 100 to zero in like no time? And who is to blame for that? Is it Khia? Is it her management? Is it her label? Who is it? Was she not handled properly? What is it that Khia had done, you know, to, you know, drop her star in such a drastic way? Well, I'm just gonna tell y'all, in my opinion, some of the things that I feel like Khia could have did better, that kind of how she kind of got in her own way in multiple instances throughout her career. I feel like Khia's #1 downfall has always been her realness. And hear me out when I say that, because a lot of people gonna be like, well, if you're real, then that should get you far in life. Well, this is very much so true. You know, the realer you are, the more merit you get as a person throughout your life. That's how many of us are taught to be. Now, it's one thing to be real, but in a professional setting, that can get you in trouble. So there's been multiple instances in Khia's career where there has been, you know, production teams behind her or business teams behind her, and when you're trying to market someone and that realness and rawness gets in the way of the image that you're trying to create for that person, then that's where, you know, things can kind of get shaky. So Khia has always been the one to kind of go off on a tangent, you know, let things be told in her own little way. You get what I'm saying? She's just real and raw, and sometimes that could get you in trouble. That's all I'm trying to say. I feel like, you know, when you come at these label heads and you come at so many different people, so many different kinds of ways, then eventually people no longer want to work with you. So that's early Khia's career, and, you know, why she may have had a downfall. I don't know if y'all remember when she was on VH1's, it was a rap competition show that she was on at the time. And this is where we get the meme, you know, you better respect me, you know, that whole meme. We fell in love with Khia for who she was, but we seen how she can be unworkwithable at times. Fast forward, you know, back in 2016 when Khia had met up with Madison. Her and Madison used to just do little meetups at the house, get on live, talk about issues and stuff like that. Well, Khia had already had a idea and a concept called the Queen's Supreme, well, the Queen's Court. Khia had already had that idea put out prior to meeting Madison. She was actually doing it on her own channel on YouTube. But, and she actually, one more thing, Khia actually had a song called Queen's Court. It was a skit that she has on one of her albums. So that concept was already there, but now you have two judges who are able to have this back and forth banter with one another about different topics, about different things. You get what I'm saying? But this would kind of take a turn for the worse, because you start, as a celebrity, it is not always glorified to mention your peers in any light. You're not supposed to mention them when you're a rapper. You know, in any other field, you can give your peers criticism except when you're a rapper, or except when, you know, you're a woman, it seems like, because Khia was basically saying everything that everybody else wanted to say, but she was always getting ridiculed for it. Sure, it's not what you say, it's how you say it, and Khia has a very particular delivery of how she wants to deliver her shade and her roast, as she would say. But this is why we watched, this is why we tuned in, because we loved her and her music. Because through the Queen's Court, we were able to see who she was and how funny she could be, and, you know, get to know her a little bit more, because over the years she has kept that so hidden. You get what I'm saying? We don't know if Khia is married. We don't know if she's in a relationship. We just found out that she had kids. A lot of people did not know that prior to this whole Queen's Court debacle and everything else, you know. So watching her lives, hearing her story, hearing how this whole thing played out, we got to know a little bit more about her and where she may have come from, which was great. You know, I appreciated that. You start to see the demise of everything. So in my opinion, it kind of elevated her back to where, you know, if you are able to take this opportunity and make it into something bigger, which at one point Nicki Minaj was trying to do, we can help you, you know, elevate. But Khia has this thing where she just wants to do everything by herself, which is great, but Rome was not built by one man. You get what I'm saying? And Beyonce isn't able to build an empire just by herself. She needs a team. Every celebrity, I don't care what you say, every celebrity needs a team, a management, everything. So that, yes, you can just be the talent. You get what I'm saying? So it's most important to me. You know, just if I was a celebrity, I would just want to be able to focus on being talent. How can I be the best singer? How can I be the best rapper? I don't want to worry about marketing myself. I don't want to worry about brand packaging. These are things that doesn't really necessarily matter. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like Khia wants to do all of this. And sure, you can do all of it, but how effectively can you do all of it? That's the point that I'm trying to make. So that's why she always felt like she didn't need Madison, and, you know, T.S. Madison wasn't, you know, necessarily as a valued player as she was. I feel like that's how she viewed it. So eventually those two will split and go their separate ways, like we've all seen play out on social media. But now it's just like, you know, you have these two great forces that are so good together that are now separate. How do we handle that? How do we take that in without, you know, feeling like as fans we have to choose between the two? It's really about being mature enough to say I like this person and I like that person, and ain't nobody gonna change that. But the banter between those two have continued and boiled over in so many levels and lanes. So hopefully that's something that they're able to work out. But do y'all think that one day Khia can come back and just make another My Neck, My Back hit? She almost made it with Next Caller. That was actually a banger, but, you know, it was nowhere near the success of, you know, My Neck, My Back. You know, we still play that song today. That song lives on, and a lot of people unfortunately do not know who even sings the song, because it's been remixed, it's been replayed, it's been, you know, the song has become an identity of its own and not so much who sings it. What do y'all think about all of this? Do y'all think that Khia one day could really come back and just do the damn thing? Do y'all think so? I would really like to know. Let me know down below what y'all thought about the video. If you care, please share. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.